Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're on the world. Tonight's another edition of Hong Kong House of Cards, where Shige Ling Po, also known as Mox the Red Star, is seeking out Shosuro Hikaru for some assistance outside of his sept. Um, Shosuro will probably get a text message from an unknown phone number saying, "Hey, this is Shige Ling Po. Felicia finally convinced me to have a cell phone, even though I leave it outside the monastery when I leave. I was wondering if there's a place I could meet you away from both septs to discuss something of a delicate matter."
Um, Hikaru will ask, will the tea shop do?
That'll be fine.
Okay. Hikaru will be there waiting for him.
He'll show up. He'll notice that Mox's usual jovial expression has kind of been replaced with one of grimness.
Okay.
He is carrying his staff, however, and he is still wearing the sunrise robes of a Shambhala priest.
Okay.
Thanks for coming out, Shosuro.
It's not a problem. I will do what I can to help you.
I understand that you have ways of dealing with the spirits that I have yet to learn. I was hoping you could help me find one.
A specific spirit or a general one?
I need to speak to an emissary of Chimera.
I have not had the pleasure yet of meeting any of Chimera's brood. I will endeavor to do what I can, but I'm not sure where we might find them. There is a rite. I don't know it very well myself, but I have seen it done. Perhaps we could emulate that.
Any help I can give you, of course. And I understand this is not a light favor I'm asking, especially since it's one I don't really want getting around the sept.
I will keep your secret.
I appreciate it.
As he says that, you will see him cover his mouth, and he will whisper under his breath. Please forgive me. It is a compulsion.
Until I know the effects of what is going to happen, I would prefer the sept not know it. But
I will tell no living soul.
Thank you.
Grandfather asks that we tell him all of our secrets, which I would appreciate if you would keep under your own hat.
Consider it kept.
Why is this totem not in here? There it is. He will ask, do you have a place to perform this rite? Or would you like to do so on the other side?
Well, doing it on the other side can draw some attention, but it's probably going to be easier since we'll probably have to transition over there to find the spirit to begin with. Other than that, there's a couple of small places I could think of outside of the other side to do so.
Okay. Let us go to one of those places, and then we will begin.
All right.
I will need to return and gather some things first.
Okay. Mox is actually going to lead you to the Verbena Glade because he's been there before, and he knows that it's mostly filled with spirits.
All right.
It's kind of a little small park, densely wooded, near the eastern section of the city, maybe about a mile north of Kowloon. Once he gets there, he's going to go in and look around, give homage to the spirits there. This place is safe, plus there's a undedicated cairn, a small cairn here. From what I understand, though, it is protected by the former speaker of the House of Staves, House of Pentacles.
Interesting.
So I would appreciate this being a secret we share and not let on to Silver Boy. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds wonderful. I worry about that one anyhow. So I am looking in this book really quickly, and I'm trying to find and have a list handy of Chimera's Brood. I'm wondering if you might.
Is it? I don't have. I think you have more books than I do. Is it
I
in?
probably do.
Is it in Axis Mundi?
It might be. Let me check real quick. I
I'm
was
gonna-
looking in the new Velvet Shadow book, so let me open Axis Mundi.
I'm trying to think where we put that.
I need to make a cheat sheet of this too. Okay, that must be Wendigo because that's Wendigo's icon. That's Unicorn. That's Uktana.
Do you remember where we put the Dropbox archive?
I do not. I do not. Let me.
I'm looking in the forum right now, see if I can find it.
I don't think we posted it there for reasons.
Oh yeah. Oh, damn, I can't remember what it is.
I will look in Access Menu to see if I can find it.
Okay.
I'm almost there. I'm so sorry. This has no bookmarks, and I've been meaning to go in and fix it. But
No, it's cool. It's another one of those issues.
technology.
I mean, just look at you've got Changeling the Dreaming, right? That book has no
Oh man, don't even
thumbnails either.
don't even get me started on that mess. It's such a mess.
Yep.
There we are. All right.
Okay, I've got Kinfolk now. I still need to download that renowned cheat sheet you sent me.
That links directly to my Dropbox because I made that, so you guys can use that whenever you need to.
Okay.
I have found Chimera's Brood.
Awesome.
So, Hikaru will show up. He'll come there with Mox, and he'll have some things prepared, and he will lay things out.
Mox will stand guard, holding his staff in what looks like a variation of Japanese. Well, it's a Chinese staff form was taken from Japanese staff form, so it looks like a variation on the Japanese staff form.
Oh, cool. Where is my dice stream? I just had it. I wish I could look for things. There's no search button. Do you have dice stream?
Hold on, let me see if I can just drop it to you. Did that work?
No. Let me reload real quick.
No problem.
There it is, right there.
Got it now? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, do I have that? No, I don't have that merit. The one time I don't take supporter on a character.
I'm gonna do int spirit lore to try to figure out what we can grab hold of. Because we'll need to know the spirit, the kind of spirit that we want. Cool. Okay. So
Way to own that in the face.
Hikaru's like, well, I have heard stories of this this strange-looking wolf. He is made of many pieces. Perhaps this one may help us in what we seek.
Mox will nod his head, please. Do we need to transition into the Umbra?
It may help us to do so.
He
Stepping
will actually lead you to the Karen Hart node.
All right.
And as he walks into it, he'll actually slip into it. 'Cause slip sideways is kind of unavoidable at that level of a node.
Yeah. I'm double checking the roll for stepping sideways for me because I have forgotten it because I am not a crunch storyteller as much as I would like to be.
No worries. It should still be a Gnosis roll for you.
I think it is. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You got one more Gnosis than I do. I mean,
Yeah,
and
that's
actually the gauntlet's like 3, so
okay.
you instantaneous. Because
Yeah.
if you're at a Karen Hart, it's technically 1.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the worst if you botch it, if you're unlucky enough to botch stepping sideways in a Karen Hart, you're gonna get laughed at so badly. Yeah.
All right, and we are going to try the rite of summoning, which is a level 2 rite.
Okay.
For each hour the Guru spends invoking the spirit, the difficulty drops by 1. No difficulty may fall below 3. The difficulty on this roll is 10 minus intelligence. Hikaru's intelligence is 3, so that makes it 7, but it's also plus 3 difficulty because he's never done this before.
All right. And you said that Mox with his 3 intelligence can help lower.
Yes, I will allow that to drop the difficulty by 1.
Okay.
Which will make that 9. So if we spent a couple of hours trying to do this, I can make it a longer rite if Mox has time for that.
Yeah, Mox
then we can drop.
Mox is. I basically said in chat that Mox is actively avoiding the rest of the sept. So
Okay.
yeah, that won't be a problem.
So we can let's take about 3 hours to do that. That'll drop it to diff 6.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3 for my int, and then 2 for my writs. Ooh.
Do you want me to roll to supplement?
Yes, if you would like to.
Okay, wits writs is 7 for me. Spec and cunning, does that help at all?
I don't think so.
Don't think so, no. That's 2 successes if we're still at diff 6.
Okay. Then that's good. That'll pick up for where Hikaru left off.
Okay.
And we will find that there's a howl that greets us. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. And we are met with. Give me just a second to check something real quick. I'm sorry.
No worries.
All right. We are met with a creature in Lupus that looks very strange. One of his eyes is green and one of them is brown. One ear is longer than the other one. And there are many different patches of color on his skin. Some of his fur is gray, some of his fur is white, some of his fur is black, some is brown, some is red. And none of it goes together. It's kind of a patch of interesting fur.
All right, do you want me to roll a... I do have Lore Spirit 2 and Lore Stargazer 2.
You can roll which...
it's going to be the same dice regardless. And
Spirit Lore. Spirit Lore is probably more appropriate.
all right, I'll roll 5 dice. Difficulty standard or...
Yeah, standard.
Okay. And that's 3 successes.
All right, you recognize this as the Patchwork Wolf. Some people call it the Wisdom Dog. This is Menehuo.
All right. I will spend a rage to shift to Lupus, and I will basically roll onto my back
Okay.
to show my submission and my greeting.
Karu will kneel and bow, and the spirit will speak. Little wolf, why have you called me?
Mox will right himself, but still keeping himself lower than Patchwork Wolf, and say, I have come to bring sad tidings to Mother Chimera.
What kind of sad tidings?
He will look very despondent, as despondent as a wolf can look, and say, the one that was known as Walks the Narrows, a brother of the tribe, beholden of both Chimera and Unicorn, has fallen to the worm. He has betrayed the Fairview Septive Cockroach, has lied to Unicorn, and has disgraced himself. I know it's not my place, but I wish him to be stricken from the tribe.
I see. These are very serious accusations, young one. But the spirits know much. I will speak with Chimera on your behalf. If you do a favor for me.
Of course. What is it you wish of me?
There are two brothers, much alike, but convinced they are different. They war with one another over territory and food and friendship. I levy to New Moon the duty of ensuring these brothers realize they are kin.
If it is within my power, I shall see it done. Patchwork Wolf. You said his name is Mahalo?
Menego.
Manewa.
Thank you, young one.
Where may I find these brothers?
You are kin to them both.
He'll kind of raise an eyebrow and then say, oh. The wolf will actually chuckle for once. I will do my best, Manewa.
Who is this you have brought with you into this sacred place?
He will look to Shosuro and then turn back and speak. This is Shosuro Hikaru, Woodleaf Tengu of the Korax. He is a messenger and a honorable person. He is the only one I felt I could trust to assist me in this matter.
If you have placed trust in this messenger of Raven, then I do as well. He will not be punished for his inadequacy when requesting an audience.
At this point, Jige will go down on his belly and then roll over. Thank you, Manewo. I'm in your debt again.
Please be off about your business. I have many things to do to fulfill your request.
He'll roll back onto his paws and will give a bow of his head. Thank you, Manuel. I will be off.
And with that, the spirit will turn around and trot away.
All right.
We'll get up off his face.
Mox will turn to face Shosuro and will well, actually, since it's going back to reform, we'll shift back to Hamid and say, I've got him to not punish you for how you summoned him. Sorry it became necessary to do so. It seems that I am still needed amongst our kind. So we need to have a talk amongst both septs.
I agree. This is beginning to get troublesome.
Did you hear what Manila said?
I'm gonna say that was probably spirit speech.
Okay.
Mox has spirit speech?
Yes, he does.
Okay. That was spirit speech then. Because the spirits aren't normally the kind to speak in Garu.
Yeah.
And so Hikaru will say, I heard. I tried not to be overt about it, but I heard.
Mox will nod. He wants me to broker the peace between the two septs.
Very good. Must you do this alone, or should you have help?
He did not say I had to do it by myself, but I must make both sides understand that though we are separated by ideology, we are the same.
Interesting. Do you have one of your half moons?
Hannah's the only half moon I know of, and I don't think she's capable of this, but I'm willing to put this in her hands as well. But I must do everything I can to bring peace between the Maipo and the Fairview.
If you wish my advice, I would take the lead on this one yourself. But fear not to delegate to others. There are many who wish peace, and few who are willing to speak it out loud.
I said, the one variable I am disconcerted with is Sunai.
Sunai is a blustering summer wind. He will blow over soon enough, provided we make good on certain issues that the other sept may have.
Do you know what these issues are, or is this something I will need to determine myself?
And he kind of cocks his head a little bit. I believe much of Sunai's anger is his own inadequacy, but the new alpha of the sept has suggested, he says very politely, that there are some things that could be better.
From what I remember of the Khan, they have about as much pride as a Silver Fang. Suggesting that they need improvement is not something they relish.
It's definitely not. And since the new alpha does not necessarily share that hot blood, it is going to be interesting.
I'll need to speak with somebody from Maipo if at some point. The worst part is right now is that the current leadership of Fairview is in question.
That will be a problem. I hope I didn't interrupt last evening.
No, it was needed. You'll see a pained look on Mox's face. Unpleasant truths had to be revealed. And we also have Elisha has taken leadership of the pack.
There's a pack now. Interesting.
Yes. One that I have grudgingly joined, even though Elisha called me a wormcomer. He has performed contrition for that action, and I have accepted it. But there is still the issue of, with what's happened with the leadership, who's in charge.
If you would like, I can attempt to get you an audience.
I would appreciate it if you could.
Very well. I will do my best.
Thank you. Let's head back to the glade, and we can head back to the real world at that point.
All right.
So Mox is going to walk back to the glade, pass through the Cairnheart. If Shosuro needs help, he'll do it too. And since I'm not falling into, I've got to roll Gnosis this time. Wow. So yeah, if Shosuro actually needs help, Mox can help him.
Okay. I don't think he does this time, but thank you.
We're both good. So both effortlessly pass through Cairnheart back to the material world, and Mox will look to Shosuro. I'm going to be at the temple. Let me know when you need me, and I'll be there as quickly as possible.
I will do so.
He'll bow his head. Thank you, Shosuro Hikari.
You are very welcome, Shuge Lingpo.
And he'll head to the monastery.
And Hikaru will shift into Corvid and fly away.
Okay. I think we're good to stop here.
Yep.
Thank you, players, for playing. We actually have watchers, so thank you for watching. This has been another edition of Hong Kong House of Cards. Have yourself a pleasant night.